How's it going, gang? Mr. Zatola back again with the block diagram number 2, uh, relative dating order or sequence of events. Um, and let's take a look. So again, we have 3-layer block diagrams. So let me just get my pen here. We have a bottom layer, A, B, and C. And we've got this crazy looking line right here. So this line indicates a shift, okay? How we would look at this is a fault. We're going to look at a fold on our next diagram, but this is a fault. And much like a sandwich, you don't cut the bread until after you build the sandwich. Like, you don't cut the bread and you don't cut the meat and you don't cut the lettuce and the tomato and the onion until you build the sandwich. That would be counterproductive. So what you have to remember is that this fault line, it must have come after these layers were there. And we're going to get into that more specifically when we reach that on our sequence of events, because that hasn't happened yet. We have to get to a very specific point before we can do that. So let's start. So our oldest layer is going to be layer A, the bottom layer. So deposition, and you can write depo of A. And how do we know that's the oldest? It's superposition. All right, superposition says, superposition says that the bottom layer is the oldest. So then we have depo of layer B. It comes next, and again, you could say the reason is superposition. Sorry, I'm learning to type right on this. And finally, deposition of C, and again, the reason it came next was superposition, okay? Now, for a fault or a fold event to happen, we don't have to leave the water. We don't have to uplift. That's only for erosion. So this faulting or folding could have certainly happened in the location that this was laid down, which was probably, and what we're going to say is, was in a large body of water. So what we would say now is, I'm using the wrong one. Faulting. Now, how do we know the faulting happened last? Well, again, don't forget it crossed all 3 layers. So for this faulting to happen last, we know it happened. It was cross-cutting. Cross-cutting relationships. All right. Something else that you should understand is that we should be able to determine the direction of fault. So in this case, it appears that this fault went in these 2 directions. The left side went up, the right side went down. And we could look at that by the way that they're displaced, the layers. All right. The left side is higher than the right side. So clearly the left side goes up again like this. The right side went down like that. Okay. So that's how you would identify a fault. Again, couple factors that you really do remember is, does it cross all the layers? If it does, it clearly came last. We'll take a look at some examples where it doesn't cross all the layers, and we'll have to sequence it somewhere in the middle. Okay, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Have a great one. We'll talk to you all soon.